Welcome back to Bad Reviews for Great Games, and today we're going to be talking about Buckshot Roulette. And I'll be honest here, I have spent a lot of time playing Buckshot Roulette, and by a lot of time, I mean I still, as of making this video, I only have 5 hours on Steam, but I bought this game right when it was released on itch.io, so I've been a long time supporter for Buckshot Roulette, and I am looking forward to some great stuff that's going to be coming up later. The dev said there's going to be multiplayer, but as of now we got some new items and we got an endless mode and leaderboards. So let's get right into it. Buckshot Roulette is basically a game where you play Russian roulette but with a shotgun, and the dealer puts in shells in an unknown order, such that you don't know and he doesn't know what the order of the shells are, and you start playing Buckshot Roulette. And with time, the footage going on in the background is of endless mode, so there's not much of any tutorial or whatever going on, but you get items in every round, and each item has its own use. The items we have so far in game are beer, which lets you eject the shell. We got magnifying glass, which allows you to see what's the shot of the chamber. We got a morphine injection, which allows you to steal an item from the dealer's side. We got burner cell phone. The burner cell phone allows you to see or get to know a random shell within the barrel, within the loaded magazine, from an unknown source. That unknown source tells you a random shell within the entire mag, that what's its nature. Is it a blank or is it alive? We got a handsaw or a pocket knife, which allows you to saw off the barrel for one shot, dealing double damage. We got cigarettes for health, expired painkillers or expired medicine, which allows you to either get 2 points of health or lose 1 because it's expired. And we have handcuffs to limit the guy from 2 shots. You take 2 shots. It doesn't matter if those 2 shots are both blanks or whatever. As long as you take aim and shoot him twice, he's not going to be breaking free from those handcuffs. And I think those are all the items. After that, we got the gameplay. The gameplay, like I said, it's a turn-based, kind of like Russian roulette. But since you have items in game, you can kind of strategize and see your options and kind of play in a more strategic manner. The game has 3 rounds. 3 rounds means that every round has a different number of health points. And if you get rid of the health points for one guy, you get into the next round. After 3 rounds, you get your money. And since I'm playing endless mode, you either have the option to go double or nothing, or you can just pull out with your money and just chill out with like 30k. The presentation of the game is absolutely phenomenal. I love the presentation of the game. It's got a really gritty feel, a very PS1 or retro PC feel. The game really goes in and tries to emulate that old PC game vibe, especially in the options screen and in the menus. And it has a really punchy soundtrack, really good, like dark techno kind of stuff going on there, like old. If I'm not really familiar with the terms, it's kind of like acid techno. Really good stuff. Really gets the mood going on. It's really ominous, and the soundtrack of the game is overall absolutely fantastic. As far as I know, this game is made by Mike Klubnica. I'm sorry if I butchered the name. I think I butchered the name of the last review as well. His name's Mike, and Mike is an awesome music producer and also an amazing game dev. He's done tons of games before, but I think this is one of his more famous and more finer works. And this game was, I think, published by Critical Reflex on Steam. So that's also pretty badass. Now that we've talked about the game overall, it's only fair that I also talk about what the dealer does, right? How the dealer plays. Usually, what I've noticed a lot of the time is that the dealer knows what the last shell is, right? The dealer doesn't know the order of the shells, but definitely knows if the last shell is either a blank or alive. You don't know anything about what shell is what, right? You don't know anything about the shells. You can only find out if you use the cell phone or the magnifying glass. And there's also an item that I forgot to mention, which I'm forgetting the name of it, but it switches the nature of the shells, such that if it's alive, it turns into a blank and vice versa. So I think the best modus operandi for getting your success rate up against the dealer is to not let him get his hands on the shotgun. Just play it safe, turn a live into a blank and shoot yourself, cuff him so he doesn't get any chance, use saws and confirm shots, and don't shoot yourself, because there's always a risk of shooting and damaging yourself if you don't know what the shell is. Unless you know what the shell is, don't shoot yourself, right? And also, I noticed that the dealer uses items in a particular order. The order is always that he will always prioritize his health first. He will use cigarettes, he will use the expired medicines, but he will not use the expired medicine if his health is at 1 point, just to avoid killing himself by mistake. But usually when he uses the expired medicine, he's just one nasty guy and gets a point or two right up there. But oftentimes he does get damaged, he does fall off and take some damage overall, and that's a really lucky thing. Also, what the dealer does is that he will shoot you first and he will shoot himself second, right? So with that deal, just hope to God that the second shot is also alive so he damages himself. And also, sometimes when he takes a medicine and he damages himself, he's going to shoot himself again. It's also pretty weird, but I guess that's how he's programmed. So it's only a benefit for you, right? That's how the dealer plays. The dealer will also use every single item on the table. He's going to use every single item that can give him some benefit. He's going to use the beer cans. He's going to use the shell switchers if he knows that it's a blank and he wants to damage you, especially if the last shell is a blank. He's going to switch the shell and shoot you. He's also going to constantly try to keep his health up. He's going to cuff you every single time he gets the chance. He's going to steal your items. He's going to steal your items every time he can. He's going to make sure to use every single item that can tell him the nature of the next shell that is on the table. If he can steal it, he'll definitely steal it. If he has his own item, he's still going to steal it if he has a morphine injection. But if he doesn't have a morphine injection, of course, he's going to use his own. He is just one really cunning, guy. Since I'm kind of making this a little series instead of, just a random review, I'm going to be rating this game. And this game, I will rate it 5 live rounds out of 5 live rounds. That's pretty goddamn good in my opinion. It's a pretty good game, and I'm really looking forward to get multiplayer in this game. Like I said, as of making this video, as of making this review, this game does not have multiplayer, and I'm really hoping this game gets multiplayer soon, because I'd love to play this game with friends. And I think this is a great game to, settle beef or something with your friends. And it's also something to really feed your gambling addiction, because I won't lie, it's ever since I started playing this goddamn game, I'm hooked. But it just keeps going on with that, and it is definitely a very replayable game. It has, I think if I'm not wrong, I did kind of ask what a roguelike and a roguelite is, and I think the guy said that roguelikes are those which look like they're made on Microsoft Excel. So I think this is a kind of a roguelite. It has roguelite elements, because every round is randomized, especially in endless mode, because you don't know what health you're going to get, what items you're going to get. Everything is completely randomized. No round is the same as the last, and that is what I absolutely love about this game.
Alright, thanks for watching this video. I'm just making these videos off of my own accord, so like if you have any kind of game that you would like to see be reviewed, especially if it's something that's kind of niche and not really given that much attention, I'd love to see that. I'd love to see games kind of that are like that. I was also thinking of covering some old games like Manhunt or whatever, but maybe I'll see to that, because like I said, I'm making all these videos on my own accord. No one's pushing me, I'm just doing it for myself. Also, the song you're listening to right now in the background is my single, right? Don't Hold Back. Don't Look Back. Excuse me, I'm forgetting the name of my own single. It's going to be streaming on all major platforms. It's from my alias Enforcer11. So if you like what you hear, check that out. That's going to be really helpful for me. And I think the best way to support me would be through my music, because I've been making music for a lot longer. But I'm just sharing my music on YouTube too, because maybe if you like what you hear, you can just check it out. And also leave a little, like little thumbs up, and Maybe if you want to stick around, subscribe. You know, I'm going to be uploading videos on my own accord. And I really hate begging for likes, but that's just how the YouTube algorithm works. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, and hopefully I'll be seeing you guys in the next video, hopefully with a recommendation for a game. Like I said, I'm thinking of maybe covering Manhunt, maybe some other psychological horror game or whatever, because I covered 2 roguelites. Or maybe I might cover Dead Link, which is also a pretty cool roguelite, and I don't see much coverage for that one either. So yeah, that's about it. See ya.